You take those fails, if you bounce back from them and keep on going, you're going to make it. The one thing I said to my mate, which changed him and changed me, was don't think about the money. You've got to think of the percentage-wise. For my first payout, I received, it was $3,800.
How much?
$3,800.
On a 5K account?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Kieran Oakley, and you're from Jersey, I believe?
Yeah, Jersey, Channel Islands, yes.
So that in itself is interesting because of that. Can you just give me a brief background of how you ended up there and what got you into doing the trading?
I was born in Jersey. I grew up, do you know what I mean? Not having any sort of clue what trading was, the industry, the charts. I had no clue. And just by chance, one of my mates obviously told me, and straight away I was like, yeah, sounds interesting. Let's come down, see what's about.
And have they been making money from it, or they?
Well, at the first, no, like none of them really were. We had a big group of lads, 25, 30 of us, and we all got together, and it was our Market Live. You've probably heard of them before. Right. And that's what it was back then, back in 2018, 19. So me and my mate, we went half on on an account. We paid, I think it was $150, and we went half, and it gave you the course from like beginner, intermediate, advanced.
Yeah.
And we just learned all we could from there, writing down, basically like almost copying it and writing. So we had it on a by ourselves on our own.
Just come direct to me now.
On our own spreadsheet, and then we left that after maybe a year of being with them. So yeah, we looked up information, and from that first year of really like knowing what it's all about, it wasn't easy. It was on and off. Like I'd go for like a month or two where I've been consistent, I'm learning, and then something comes up, distracts me, and then it sort of gets put to the side for a bit. And that really went on.
So you'd have a sort of trading situation, you'd lose and possibly and walk away just to.
Well, yeah, it's one of them where I wasn't putting in, like I wasn't really committing really. Yeah, I wasn't like taking it seriously because I had other things going on. Like I was doing other like school and other courses. I was learning. I said before, I was wanting to be like an electrician. So as I was doing that, I was sort of like learning the trading as well. Yeah, and it was, I can't really do both. So let's just put the trading to the side, do my course, get that nailed, and then I've got all the time. So it was really like the back end of, or start of sort of 2022 to now has been like that's where it's been consistent. And that's really where, like, when people ask me, that's what I really talk about, really. That
early 22.
Yeah, because that was where it's like, it properly started for me.
Good time to start, market going through the floor.
Yeah.
It must be hard to get, if you're starting out and it's getting your psyche right.
Yeah.
What would a normal day of trading look like to you? How do you approach it?
So now, a normal day of trading now is I'd wake up. I'm always up early, so I'll always be up at 4 or 5 a.m. anyway.
Wow, yeah.
And I don't look at the chart straight away. I'll wake up, I'll do a little morning routine, get a shower, get some coffee, a bit of food.
It's offset.
Yeah, go to the gym, actually wake up, let my brain wake up, and so I'm focused and I'm not making any stupid decisions straight away in the morning. And then that's how I'll get on my charts. I like to look at gold through London session out to see what's going on. 'Cause sometimes I find you might have that climb up or that pull back, and then when New York opens and when London's New York session starts, that's when you might get the real moves.
I mean, there's a lot of people will have seen from just the few videos I've done. I'm not obsessed with gold, but I've been doing work around it, so I've ended up looking at it, and it is really interesting. And there's a lot of central bank buying going on. I know you say you don't like looking at the news, but there's some
it's
things going on. If you're on Jersey's got a reputation, hasn't it? Yeah, hiding gold from Matt Brinks.
I look at news like every day. It's a little bit more. Because I have a mate back at home, Daniel. He loves his news. He's great at trading around news. So
do you trade together? Or
we like to meet up and trade together. He's only been trading really like 6 months, but with what he's learned in 6 months and what he knows with like the news, it's incredible. So I'm learning from him really when it comes to news and stuff a lot more.
Okay, so you're on a journey to.
We're on a journey together, and yeah.
And what is your trading style? What is it that you're looking for?
I like to stay as simple as I can. So I like to use my support and resistance on like higher time frames. So I'll get my daily support and resistance, even weekly, 4 hour, and I'll get my trend lines out. Yeah. Identify what sort of, are we in a downtrend, uptrend, or are we just consolidating? So that's how I like to trade. And then once I've found my strong support and resistance zones, when I'm taking a buy or sell, I like to scale in to smaller time frames, the 15, the 5, even the 1 sometimes, and get my entries off those.
Is that before is that to confirm your setup, or is that after you've done your trade?
Yeah, so say if I I'm looking for buys, and we've had previously 3-4 bounces off support. Like for me, that's a strong, I don't identify as that strong support level. So I know if we come back to that level again, I'll be looking for buys if we respect and stay above.
Yep.
So that's when, okay, we've respected that level, we're above, I'll be scaling in smaller time frames. So I like to use a smaller stop loss, and I'll have a bigger take profit. So I like to maximize my profits.
So that's a good skill by the sound of it, of risk management in the first instance. Yeah. So you're not just getting all in on the one position, you're looking to get probably 3 or 4 little scale-ins, and then they're all individually stop loss.
Yeah. So if I know, okay, I'm going into a trade that I'm risking 3%, at any given time, if I have one position or multiple, I'm risking 3%.
But you might split that up.
Yeah. So if I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to be looking to get re-entries in later, my first trade might be risking 1%. If we have a price moves up, okay, that first trade is either at break even now, or it's a little bit in profit. Okay, I can look to maybe get a re-entry. So I'm always making sure my first position is is risk free before I get like a second entry or like a third entry.
So in terms of the length that you'd hold a trade, are you intraday, AM, PM?
Yeah, I've done a lot of both. I've done sometimes I'll if I think there's potential for it to be like a swing trade, and okay, this might go into another 2-3 days. There's looking for potential. I'll hold.
Right.
But probably 80% of the time I'll be into trade. Like 80% of the day I'll probably be day trade. Like I'll be in and out the same day. I might hold for 4, 5, 6 hours, but I'll be in and out within that day.
And then good. Particularly on days like Wednesday today, it's costly.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Whoa, where's that gone?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. So you got into it with your friends. You've been dabbling around. Well, let's talk about the electrician. You qualified as electrician.
Yeah, qualified as an electrician.
What came next then?
So what it was really what got me out of that was so many hours, and it was like 50, 60 hours a week, and time was slowly coming out of trading. So I was like, nah, can't do this. So I left that job, got another job doing a bit of like labouring for a roofing company, and there was a lot less hours. So that allowed me just to trade a lot more. And commit to that.
And would you
commit to that a lot more?
Sorry to interrupt. There's a lot of people out there that probably thinking, is this something that I could do? You know, they're busy, and how do you do the time? Even when you switched into another career, labouring, did you have time to trade intraday? Would you be looking at your phone, or are you disciplined to only be doing it when you're at home?
I guess it gave me that ability to do more day trading. I had more time where some days I'd be finishing early, so I had that free time where I could sit there on the charts, and if I wanted to be in and out, I could watch the charts, I could watch my trade go.
So that's quite a decision to then go.
It was a decision. It wasn't some people might say it was a stupid decision, because I had a little bit of money behind me, but not enough to like live off really for like long term. So you could say some people might say it was a stupid decision. Me, it was like, I'll just have that. I just believe in myself. I'm like, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to give every minute of the day I'm going to put into this.
If you're going to do it, you're going to be focused.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to take the risk. Look, if I take the risk and it doesn't work out and I fail, at least I've given it a go. I've gone for it. I've tried to do what I want to do. Because if I just stay at that job and I don't actually ever go for it, I failed, haven't I? So you've got to take that risk.
You know, and like I was discussing this earlier with someone, the failure is not failure. It should be learning. It's like, don't get hung up on, you learn from your mistakes, and that's how you grow.
And that's what's going to make you successful in the long run, is if you take those fails, if you bounce back from them and keep on going, you're going to make it.
So day to day, when you're trading, do you do this journaling?
I do. With being with the Alpha Capital Group, when you go on your metrics, what really helps me big time is it sort of tracks it all for you. So with my personal account, that's probably one thing I'm not as good as, and I don't keep up to date.
Okay, so that's interesting. You mentioned some words that have pricked my ears up. You've got a personal account and you trade prop trading. So talk us through that a little bit.
So with the prop firms, I applied for the 5K free evaluation, and I passed.
Wow!
And that was the first.
And this is the Alex giveaway in December.
Yeah, the Alex giveaway in December, and that was my first ever like prop firm challenge I'd passed. And at that point, it's like, okay, I passed, and the markets were moving nice. Like we said before, where I would get my initial trades and we're moving in a direction, and I would get into a second, even a third position sometimes. And within like for my first payout, I received it was $3,800.
How much?
$3,800
on a 5K account.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I can show you on on my Ys.
Poster boy.
So, and then with that, but it was like that money, I was in a little bit of debt and owed a bit of money, so that cleared everything for me.
I mean, these are life-changing situations, aren't they?
I was in a position where like I was in my overdraft. I had no money. Like I owed money out. I really needed this, and it allowed me to pay off everything I owed. So I was completely like debt-free at that point.
That's such a relief, isn't it?
I had some money in the bank after that, and I reinvested. Got a 200k account, which is currently.
Is that the first time you bought one? Or?
Yeah, that was the first time I bought a funded account. It's in phase 1 at the moment.
Excellent.
So I just want to take that slow. I have no goal to get it done. It happens when it happens. We take it slow and just try to compound every day on that one.
And is the 5k still going?
The 5k, unfortunately, the 5k isn't still going.
We shot for the moon, did we?
Yeah, I never got a margin call on the account. I never put it at risk like that. It was just like I'd have a loss one day, I'd allow me to be done. Then next day I'd have a loss. And slowly it just went out that way. Yeah.
And that can happen. It's not.
And of course it's going to happen. You're not going to get a funded account and keep that forever. These things happen. It's just, are we going to let it get us down? Or,
again, it's how you manage it, isn't it? I mean,
are we going to jump up from that and keep on pushing?
There's some people that, they consistently winning and growing all the time, it seems. And good luck to them if that's happening. Because, but it can equally be the other way, and that's not a.
Well, yeah, because I bought a 10k, not failed it. I bought 2 10Ks actually and failed them both.
Yeah.
And And
what did you learn from those experiences to what you're doing now then? What's made you, has there been any changes?
It was the trades. On those 2 accounts, those 2 10k accounts which I paid for and failed, it was the trades. It was probably not being patient enough with some of the trades.
And before you carry on that then, the super account, the 5k superstar, were you sensible in that, or were you doing crazy bets?
I was sent 1 or 2 trades might have been maybe an extra 1 or 2%.
Right.
I was risking. Maybe like some trades, maybe risking 5% rather than maybe the 2-3. But
okay, so you're right. Is that because it's a free account, or are you?
No, I just believed in my strat, believed in the way I trade. I was confident in myself.
Happened to be the right.
I was just confident in myself. Yeah, and at the end of the day, you just got to be confident in the way.
And do you stop if you're doing something like the 5% exposure, which can blow you up? Are you stop lossing within that just to keep going, or are you psychologically happy if you lose?
Those trades where I risk an extra bit of percentage, I'm happy. If I lose this, if I lose that extra, I'm happy losing that.
It's a reason bet, calculated.
I can sit back. Okay, I lost an extra 2% on top of 1 or 2, but I went into that trade knowing that I'm happy. I can cover that loss.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know there'll be. It's just one loss. The loss is going to happen, but there's going to be wins in the future.
So now that do you feel happier now that you're doing it in a slower fashion and build, because you know you can be successful?
Yeah. And that's the way to go now. Even like the people at home, like my mates I trade with, I always drill into them all the time. They're probably sick of hearing it from me.
They're going to hear it again now.
They're going to hear it all the time, even after this. But it's slowly compounding. Like the one thing I said to a mate, which changed him and changed me, was don't think about the money. You got to think of the percentage wise.
Yeah.
Take the amount of money out your head and just put the percentage.
And as you said already, 3 or 4 grand building up nice. That makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
And then I've had another nice little payout for my personal account, which for the month it's a good little number.
So the decision to go with this, you're happy?
Yeah, and it all comes back from that one decision of leaving my job as an electrician to go to a job where it was like less hours and just less stress. But it was a hard decision at the time. But now looking back, it was one of the best decisions I made.
So that's what people call the work-life balance. And you say this is something that's really doable for people out there?
And I know I'm a hard worker, I'm a grafter, I put loads of hours in. But for the day job, I just felt like I was wasting my time being there. Like I knew I could get so much more, and I wanted so much more.
Yeah, I think this is a common theme from people. It's like it gives you a chance to take control of your life.
100%. It's that time freedom. It's my family. They need a bit of money first. There you go. It's been out. I can just help them out, and it's so much easier.
And can you tell us a bit about when you made that decision to give up the electrician and what the family said? And are they still talking to you?
My mum wasn't happy. I tell you that. My mum was not happy. She was just like, "What are you doing? You can't be doing that." Blah blah blah. Like you barely got anything behind you, like money wise. I had a little bit, but like not a lot. So, but I knew it was
you got the vision.
Yeah, I had that vision. I knew like I'm just gonna make this work no matter what. Every day I'm gonna be putting in the hours in. I'm gonna make it work, and at the end, and then later on down there, they're going to look at it and be like, okay. And I knew, like, as soon as I started to be consistent and get a few winning trades in, like every week I'm making a bit of money from the markets. Then over the month, I'm being consistent. And then my mom started to see, and she's like, okay. She started to get on board with it.
Where do I sign on?
Yeah. So now it's like, have a bit of money extra bit of money for shopping, or a bit of money, like, now I can give them extra money, and it's just like, I can help out a lot more with everything. And
I mean, you see the people who are critical of the industry, and there's lots of people who try and make out that there are scams out there, and that there have been some disreputable people out there. What gave you the confidence to believe that this was a real thing, and why did you end up with ACG, or is that why?
Well, back when I first ever started, when I think I was saying before with the IML, in Jersey, there was a post, I think it was the police, because we never heard of it back then really, like all this stuff. So the police originally put up a post saying that it was a scam, and for you not to join, don't like get involved. But then I think it was the IML, they actually got in contact with police and proved to them that it wasn't a scam. So when the Jersey police obviously revoked it and like said, oh, we're sorry, it's not a scam, I was like, okay, it's probably not a scam.
There's a lot of self-interest in Jersey about it being a scam.
But of course, like, you don't hear about something and then you have loads of people telling you about it and how good it is, how much money you can make from it. You're going to be a bit like, you're going to have second thoughts. You're going to be like, is that really true? Is this really like legit?
No, I'm saying that I was only mentioning that Jersey, big stock exchange background, isn't it? And the tax money. So they don't want anybody getting into something that breaks that.
100%.
No, just with carry on what you were talking about there, the confidence that you had being involved in the prop world. Were you nervous about the first payout that it would turn up, or were you happy that it was legit?
Yeah, of course. It was, because originally, before I got my first payout, my friend, he received a payout.
Right.
And of course, you're like, are we going to receive it? Like, is it really going to come through?
Are they going bust tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is it?
And then when it came through, and because he was so excited, and I was excited for him, when it actually came through and got it, I was like, right, I'm doing this. And that's when I jumped on. And that's when I bought the two 10Ks and failed them. And then it was my mate, because I didn't even realise that this free 5K evaluation was out. So Danny said, Kieran, get on it. You'll be silly not to. It's free evaluation. Look, you don't pass, you don't pass. You pass, you do. And yes, it will be part of it. So I first was like, nah, because I had my goal set on buying a 200K and just working towards that. So I don't know, it was just something. I got on from work one day and I just had this feeling in me, like, I was like, I've got to do this, otherwise I got like with that feeling in my tummy, is like, I've got to do this. So I've got someone just telling me to do it, so I applied for it, got it, passed. And
so you're on top of it. You've already had a decent win. You've got a vision. Where is that vision taking you then? When you're looking at a 200, what's the ultimate game?
Right. So now my goals is to get this 200K passed. Like I said before, and there's no time frame.
Yeah.
We be consistent and we get it passed, and then it's just to keep on reinvesting, get another fund account. Whether that's with ACG, whether that's with maybe another prop firm.
What do you mean, whether it's with ACG?
Well, I'll definitely be getting. So I don't know how much there's a certain amount we can get funded.
You can do 300 in any one strategy, 400 in total.
So if I want to get
then you can grow it.
Okay, you can go to max to like 2 million.
2 million, but it's going to take time. But you got to be disciplined. You got to as well 10% max each time you take a.
So if I get the max, like I can get with ACG, let's go to another prop firm, let's say, or maybe get one with another two. So it's like, let's back up. There's different accounts with a few different prop firms, and it's just try. But
the only limiting factor for you is that number ACG. Other than that, what things ACG?
I love ACG. Like since getting this first payout, even little things like little queries, little things I wasn't too sure on, I'd be messaging you, whether it was on like the Discord, or you'd go to like the main page, take you to Discord, Telegram.
Yeah,
the service is top class. Any problems?
Have you used another firm?
No, I did look at FTMO in the start, but I never went with them.
There's no need to now.
No need to now, but ACG,
you're best in class.
ACG, like I'd really recommend anyone, if you're looking at somewhere, go to ACG, give them a go, because you won't be disappointed.
No, exactly.
Really easy to get, even just to
fun community as well. Do you take part in the Discord? Do you get involved?
That's great as well. There's so much community there. You've got pages if you ever want. There's a page full of payout proof.
Yeah.
So you can see see people.
It's written down for you. We're showing you.
That's it. If you're ever like you think it might be a scam or you're not too sure, just go and look on Discord. Go on to the Google, go on the Alpha Capital Group page. You can press link Discord. Go have a look at that. We can look at some payouts. You can read at the community, what people are saying.
And did you get a direct chat with Alex, the CEO, or anyone else?
I don't know.
No, because I mean, if there's ever is a problem, unless someone annoys him, he's there to speak to everybody.
Even Alex, even me and you, like, everyone's been so nice with ACG. So yeah,
that's brilliant. So, are there any other things that you'd like to see ACG do other than the raising the limits?
Nothing right now comes to the top of my head. No.
So that's all right. We're doing the right things.
Yeah. If there's anything that I thought you could do better on, I would say, but no.
And in case everyone didn't realise, you said you have a real focus on gold. Is that right? Do you trade anything else apart from gold? Or
I used to, but now no. Now it's just gold.
Because there's a lot of people. If you look on the site, that don't like trading because of the volatility. Yeah. So what is it that attracts you to trading gold?
It was the amount of money I've seen, like everybody, like people I trade with, seeing they making the potential to make. But I know obviously there's potential to make a lot. There's a potential you could lose a lot. Yeah,
it's a classic volatile instrument.
You just got to keep that risk management safe, and as long as you do that, I think no matter what you trade, if your risk management is on top and it's good, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.